Hello, everyone who is here. Whoever is here right now. Hello.
Your mother?
God, is he already starting?
Pretty much
Yeah, he started.
just starting, yeah. So,
Bruh.
He started.
yeah, yeah, no, I just gave just set up like a 5-minute thing. Hello, Joshua, Strip Matters. It says salutations. Oh my gosh, yeah, no, I am barely prepped at all. Oh my gosh, when was the last time I updated anything? Yeah, that's right, you get to see me prep my stuff live. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I'm just getting the banners right now for visual aid. Oh.
Visual aids.
Visual aids. Yes, Joe. Indeed. I can't believe all this came as quickly as it did.
Hey.
Hey, GVR. How's it going?
At GPR.
Turns out I have a brain the size of a walnut, and this class was supposed to be in person.
Really? Bruh.
So I'm just not going to go because it's already started, and I'm still home.
Based.
Extremely based. Just like how Alex is here because his work shift didn't murder him today.
Good.
Yay.
Based.
And the fact that I was still in the middle of doing chores when we were supposed to do this like 4 hours ago. Oh well. No, yeah, I know. Nothing too eventful other than the fact that I forgot to, couple things I may have forgotten to, incorporate. Put this right here. Overlay. Up here. Back to default. I do the same thing again. You didn't see anything there. Absolutely nothing. Let's see. Not exactly sure who will be here today, but probably a good idea.
GPR just coughed up a lung because he saw what you put there.
You're not even looking at the stream.
He wasn't even looking
Just
at the stream.
felt it.
He coughed up a lung. Goodness, my brain is like so unprepared for all this right now. Even though I delayed it by like 4 hours, it was just, yeah. Oh well, got it out of the way in 5 minutes. We're good.
But my dudes, that Salonga toy looks awesome.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, that Salonga toy looks pretty solid. Weird, a little distractingly plasticky, but you know what? That's acceptable.
Well, it do be a toy though.
Yeah, I gotta see how it is in person though.
Of course, it probably look better in person.
Especially that Legion figure. That figure's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, GVR, does the new KWCE match have does it have a banner that someone made? Or?
No.
Okay, no. All right. Trying to do the thing.
More like Brunner.
Man, who's running it? A bunch of donkeys?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
Alex would really be like, bruh.
Okay, is the stream supposed to still be unlisted?
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, it says it's unlisted.
Oh no! No.
Hey, Andrew.
Oh, well, good thing I shared the link at least. So,
Hey, Andrew.
yeah. Banter?
There's a new Gunhead Blu-ray coming out.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, Blu-ray's better than the Snake, because I don't think Gunhead's ever gotten a Blu-ray, like, ever. So, you know what? I send me the link to that. I'm buying that immediately.
Just moved to Japan.
No.
Yeah, it's on like a Blu-ray like package with like Dogura and Ron.
Yeah, that's a different one.
Oh,
Yig.
This is, oh, yeah. Heck yeah. Oh, okay, we'll be releasing. You know what? Pre-ordering that now. Get this sucker right now. That's right. You're seeing KaijuX buy live on stream. Gunhead, the worst.
even though no one's watching because you haven't listed the video.
No, I spread the link around, so at least it's good on that front. So those that catch it are able to catch it. Stinking! I can't believe I did. I completely forgot to set it back to public. Ugh.
Yeah, Joshua Strip Matter. This does mean that we will not mention the Will Smith slap.
Got it.
Just never mention the Will Smith slap.
But Joe, you're mentioning it.
Yeah, that's why we're not mentioning the Will Smith snap.
Yeah, that
slap.
slap was pretty epic.
Okay, gotcha. I understand.
The snap.
The slap.
The snap.
Yeah, Will Smith actually like snapped his fingers, and like everyone like died.
Yeah, Will Smith slapping Chris Rock's ass was pretty cool.
Oh wait, the stream's not unlisted. I thought it was.
I changed it to public.
Okay, I assumed you could not do that for some reason.
No, you're able to edit that. Like, you can kind of adjust a lot of the
Do
things. So it's like, yeah, no. That's why I'm not shutting it down immediately or nothing. It's just like, oh yeah, no, sneak it public. Yeah, no, that can change on a whim. Maguba, like, Salunga figure is being released by Bandai, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Nathaniel, I'm not sure if that one's banner worthy. Little less sure on that one. Yeah,
I think it is.
we'll have to see. So, it's a nice looking figure, but at the same time, that plastic sheen could be extremely distracting.
It's called editing.
Yeah, I know. What are they doing? Oh yeah, that's right.
If you hate the Salunga figure, we're revealing government secrets.
Hello?
Good. I've been holding on to
working?
those things for a while. I was wondering we were going to talk about them.
So long as teeth makes him look like a baboon.
That's kind of the point.
You're a baboon.
It'd be like that one segment on Creepshow where Salunga's hidden in that crate instead of the baboon.
It's just Salunga.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that is actually how like Salunga kind of goes. Actually, like he was originally meant to be much more of a straight up baboon, but then he kind of like got tweaked and redesigned and whatnot to the point that pretty much to the point that like, you know, he was given like Baragon and Gamora influences later in development.
Damn.
Whoa.
Yes. Whoa.
Should have just been a big monkey.
Yeah, big monkey.
I mean, he still kind of
Monkey.
is.
That was the other 2021 Godzilla thing.
Big monkey. In the year 2021, we got monkeys.
Monkeys.
A whole bunch of monkeys.
Monkeys.
There we go.
I watched King Kong Lives a couple weeks ago with my friend,
No.
and there was this one part where I just kept going monkey.
I think it was your brain dying from the fact that you were watching King Kong Lives.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
I don't know. That's one of the best movies ever made.
Oh yeah.
The real
I
question
like this. I like this. This
okay.
like one part at the end where King Kong's looking at his baby, and I said, like the baby's like, I'm a baby, and then my friend as King Kong said, "You're a baby," and it was the funniest thing ever, and I don't know why. And it synced really well to the movie.
I found it kind of hilarious while Kong was dying. He was trying to hold his baby, and then he accidentally dropped it.
Yeah, that was awesome.
The
He
only
like
scene,
dropped it, and he just like snapped into a bunch of like all of his bones just snapped.
yeah, no, I mean, like, that's the only scene I remember from King Kong. Was the part where the baby, where Kong drops the baby.
Yeah,
Yeah, it still wasn't. Yeah, thinking about it, that wasn't the most embarrassing movie Linda Hamilton was in. That's Terminator Duck Fate.
That unfortunately sounds about right.
That's an insult to ducks.
Hello, Nagoda.
Well, maybe they
I've
shouldn't
been
have been
here
messing
for a
with the
while.
future.
You're just saying hello now.
I don't. When people
You said hello before, but then you said nothing.
oh my gosh, if Nagoda like has been here for a while, like, because here's the thing: when I'm recording, I'm in streamer mode, so I can't hear when you guys hop in. We all like ghosts, so it's like if I hop in and see you, it's like, oh hey, how's it going? So, yeah. Oh boy, so yeah, sorry about that. Technically, about like what 12 minutes behind schedule. I mean, it's not like these things have strict things anyway. Hello, Sal.
Oh, so we're on schedule then.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I guess pretty much.
We got a good few matches to cover.
Oh, gosh, I can't believe it's this late. Oh well, at least we got our March KWCC in, right, boys?
Yay.
oh yeah.
So, oh my gosh. But you know what? It's the first time we get to cover a whole kaiju month in like one go. That's gonna be fun. But before we hop into the month, first we have a little something trailing off from February. Stinking February. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no. We're gonna start off with kind of a banger with match 363. Titanosaurus, Pharaon, and Gorosaurus versus Godzilla Ultima. Written by Joshua Strittmatter and banner by Dao Zhang Landon Soto, Tyler Treshock, and Matthew Williams. This is definitely pull this here. Gosh, how can I pull this thing up? Expand.
Yes, Godzilla Ultima's debut, where Ultima does not show up.
Technically not. Well, he shows up, but you know, not until the very, very end.
No, he doesn't.
What are you talking about?
It's treacherous the entire time.
No, it's Ultima at the end.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, it's. Oh. I could.
It actually wasn't Ultima. It was Varen.
Oh, but you know that explains a lot.
Yeah, no, it's not. It doesn't transform at the end.
No.
Joe, which variant are you talking about? The lame original one or the cooler one?
It's the one from it's the scrapped one from GMK.
Oh, so in between.
Yeah, in between.
The in between one. Yeah, no, we actually got that.
Compromise.
But yeah, no. So I'll probably take charge first and say, I enjoyed this match a lot. I definitely really like the setup for this. That's like, yeah, I think it's something someone was inevitably going to do, where it was like, oh yeah, no, the lesser forms of Ultima fight their respective counterparts and kind of like go from there. And I didn't I definitely liked sort of like the beginning part most, where it was like setting things up, and sort of like Titanosaurus registering. It was like, wait, something weird's going on. And then sort of the slow recognition, like recognizing that it's Godzilla, but there's something incredibly off about it that I really liked. That I just kind of really liked their sort of reaction to the strangeness of Ultima. I think that was like a really well handled part. The fighting's fun, but I will say that it's like I think there's a little bit of a looking back at it now, it's like it's good fighting, but I think it still requires a little bit of suspension of disbelief on the kind of like when it comes to like fighting. There was a really interesting bit of criticism near the like in the comments that I read that was like, that's kind of fair, but it's also like I didn't mind that like a Quadless, bodies Titanosaurus or what have you, because it's like, oh yeah, no, it's like they have to fight somehow. It's just the fight still needs to happen, but it does. I think there are a couple points where it feels like maybe things could have been arranged differently. Like as novel as the idea is, it's like, oh yeah, no, like Ultima fights the individual or fights his individual counterparts / influences and wins against them. Well, that's fine and dandy. I think to a degree, what probably would have been more satisfying is if a Quadless fights Titanosaurus, knocks out Titanosaurus. Bibia fights Varan, knocks out Varan. Terrestrius fights Gorosaurus, knocks out Gorosaurus. But then all three of them gang up and team up on Ultima. I think that probably, in many respects, may have been would have served a much more dramatic ender. But as is, though, it's still like a fun and enjoyable sort of like throwdown with Ultima and the three Showa dudes. So, I still like it, but I do think it could have been. Looking at it now, it easily could have been a lot better in a lot of ways. But the writing's on point. I think for the most part, the reactions and characterizations were on point enough, I'd say. And yeah, no, I still really like it, but it easily could have been better. That's it. The banner. Wow, this is definitely one of the most unique looking banners that we've done. So unique in fact that it's just straight up 4 different people on this thing. It's you're definitely not, well, who knows, maybe we'll see more in the future, I don't know, but it's definitely very visually sort of striking in a very fun way. So it does look really good. Holy moly, that's, yeah, no, we definitely we behind the scenes we definitely had a plan to assemble this one was definitely going to be different from the traditional banner format. It was just a matter of how it's how is this going to be different from what we normally do. So yeah, no, there's that. Otherwise though, Alex, what'd you think of it?
I think it's okay. I think it just kind of runs into that preference or I don't know if I should say that. It's for the most part, I'm not really big on duplicates or identicals fighting each other. I figured this was going to be a match as soon as Ultimate got confirmed for the KWCA, and look and behold, this was the very first one that we got of Ultima.
Mm-hmm.
So, in a sense, I'm glad we got this out of the way. I mean, I don't think it's a bad match by any means. It's just not a personal favorite of mine.
Yeah.
I don't mind Titanosaurus getting knocked out easily. It's just the course of the match, and again, it's very... what am I trying to say? It's kind of understandable how it goes, because it's just following the evolution of how it goes. Titanosaurus, Varan, then Gorosaurus, and then Ultima finally showing up. It's basically Ultima fighting himself, fighting the mirror. Kind of how I view it.
Yeah.
But yeah, not bad by any means, just not a personal preference for me.
Yeah, I got you.
But yeah, banner's pretty good, dope. Love the collaboration in it. Oh, and bonus points for Varan getting killed. That's always a plus.
Oh yeah, no, that was another big. I really like the way that part was handled. Sort of Varan dying to basically frostbite. Oh man, that was actually kind of cool. Whoa,
Slow and painful for such an ugly duckling. Cold and forgotten. almost metaphorical, like his film career.
All right. GVR, what'd you think of it?
Overall, I liked it. Thought it was pretty good. Like the menace given to Ultima, and the action with like the fight with Gorosaurus and Varan versus those forms. I loved the ending of Terrestrius just one-shotting Gorosaurus. My only real issue is like the issue everyone has of just like Titanosaurus gets taken out like way too easily.
Mm-hmm.
And I get that like he has to be taken out like to continue with the whole trend.
Yeah.
But I just feel like given how much of a fight Varan and Gorosaurus put up against their respective forms, it doesn't feel right for Titanosaurus to just get taken out so easily.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, really. Banner looks pretty good.
All right. And I'll be reading the comments in just a second. But Nagoda, what'd you think of it? Nagoda?
Sorry about that. My mic was turned off.
Oh, gosh.
So Titanosaurus lost so badly. Plus the start of that fight with like Aquatilus versus Titanosaurus wasn't even in the water. He jumped up out of the water, bit Titanosaurus, and then just sat there on land like a beast whale and was still winning. The banner was fun to do. It was nice to. I did the Gorosaurus one over there. It was fun to mess around with, making everything frozen up and all that stuff. The other two parts look really good too. Like the Varan one where he looks like ominous, hidden in the dust, and the one with Aquatilus killing all the Manda. As for the match itself, it's okay. I feel like it should have had Ultima in there at some point, other than just showing up at the end.
No, GVR, Joshua Strip Matter clarified it. That is Terrestrius at the end.
I knew it.
Oh, wait, Ultima doesn't even show up then.
Nope. So
that's funny.
So apparently both me and Grayshot misinterpreted the ending.
That's funny. Otherwise, I think that's pretty much all I have to say. I liked how the freeze breath basically just knocked Gorosaurus out for the most part. Because lizard and cold is not good.
Yes.
I was expecting more like underwater fights for the Aquatilus versus Titanosaurus part. Oh, who left? Who died?
Joe.
Oh no.
One of my two favorite people.
Yeah, because you can do a lot of fun things with Aquatilus, because he's basically like a big ancient whale thing.
Like a mosasaur.
So like you can probably do like doing what's it called? What's like the crocodile roll thing?
Well, yeah, I was about to say crocodile rolls. Yeah.
The death roll.
The death rolls. You can have him doing death rolls underwater and stuff. Because he's a big fish.
Like a pilosaur on steroids. But yeah. Okay, yep, now I'm just going to read some of the comments just pertaining to the match.
GMK also left his thoughts in the Discord chat.
Yeah. Okay, Bacon and GMK did. So Bacon thought like the match was pretty good, except for Titanosaurus. It just fell off. Just sort of like how that whole fight went down, which I can understand. Again, GMK says, all right, thoughts on the match. Won't be able to join for a bit. The match was excellent all around, except for Titanosaurus getting whooped by a quadrilus. Felt a bit lopsided. And in the comments, I am seeing, well, like, generally still positive respect. Hang on a second. Nathaniel says, Ultimate's debut was not too bad. Loved the horror aspects of it, and how taken aback by the wackiness that is the Thunder Thigh-Zillas. Loved the part where Ultima was climbing to the cliff and transformed. Yes, no, that's another favorite part of mine, was just like that transition. That was so good.
Yeah, that was good.
And into his next form while being obscured by the red dust. Also enjoyed Gorosaurus sneaky stacking up to Ultima to attack him. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, Facebook comments. Okay, yeah, no, that was just kind of regarded, but yeah, no, it seems to be held in generally positive reception for the most part. So it's like, all right, that's good. Hey, yeah. Oh, right. Maguma said, what led to the massive collaboration banner? Curious, I don't think that's ever happened before. I can't remember the specifics. We would have to ask Grayshot when he gets here, if he does. That's a Grayshot question, because he was the one that kind of spearheaded this idea of, like, multiple sort of, like, a non...
I don't remember what it was about either, because I think it was just like, oh, you guys want to work on this thing? And we were just, okay, sure.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, no, it was basically sort of like, yeah, no, it was just pretty much just like, I think he just spearheaded it, thought it'd be a cool idea to have like multiple sort of like fractures representing different parts of the fight, and just kind of went from there, really. So I think that was just kind of really the only big thing of to note, though. It was like, no, it was an all-around really well handled match with some interesting horror elements. So makes for a solid enough debut, and I think it like, if this wasn't the first one, I think this would have been easily the most requested Ultima match. So the fact that it's out of the way now just basically means we don't have to worry about it unless someone wishes to do a round 2. That's another story.
Also, I'm reading over the match again. I find it funny that Titanosaurus is surprised that there are 3 dead Mandas just around him, and he's so shocked because there can only be one Manda. There can't be multiple Manda, apparently.
Well, I think the logic, the general logic I imagine is probably just the fact that it's like, in the native Mandas there is only one. I'm sure, like, in the official straw monsters or whatever thing, like, there are multiple Mandas, but it's also just like, these are not the ones he is familiar with, basically. That was kind of the idea I got from it. I was like, yeah, it's understandable.
Yeah, it's like he's so shocked. There are 3 Manda here, and they're all dead. What happened?
Mm-hmm. But yeah.
Is it a different Manda in the Straw Monsters? Have they ever confirmed that? Yeah, okay.
I can't remember if they ever hard confirmed it. I just know that TK has it listed as 2nd generation, so I do assume it's another member of the species.
I'm pretty sure it might be the first. It's possible it could be the first one again, but because I don't think he ever died. He was just frozen, wasn't he?
He was frozen, yeah.
Well, he was frozen and then in a city that exploded.
Right. Well, I mean, that frozen body could have been tossed away by the explosion. You never know. How do you think he lost all his hair and horns?
They got burnt off underwater.
Yet also somehow 2nd gen Manda is heavier.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
he got fat.
It's not his fault he went stress eating after he lost his entire civilization.
Oh, that's great.
Damn, I've been there.
That's legit. He shaved? Maybe. Male pattern baldness. Anyway. But yeah, no, I'm not entirely sure if okay, Alex is BRBing right now, but yeah, I'm not entirely sure if we have anything else to really elaborate on. Truthfully, just yeah.
Okay. Has Strip Matter said anything in the chat?
He has said a couple things in the chat, but yeah, no, he's just kind of responding to like some of the comments. It's like he kind of understands like some of the criticisms and will be mindful to represent Titanosaurus better in the future. He is also surprised that Alex hates Veron. Yeah. But yeah. And
Yeah, I'm glad he's gonna keep it in mind. Just
Oh, yeah.
'cause, like, yeah.
And according to Ultimate Ditto, but the Ultra Wiki says TK is unreliable.
Yeah. Because like when I think of Titanosaur, I try to avoid like being like too versus debate minded when
Yeah.
it comes to talking about KWCs.
Oh,
But it's
yeah.
like when I think of Titanosaurus, I think of a monster that like went toe to toe with Godzilla
Yes.
at his peak.
Oh yeah,
Or Showa Godzilla at his peak.
Mhm. Yep, for sure.
Not
I don't
Godzilla in
think
general at his
there's
peak.
such
That's
things
Earth.
Yeah. Especially
Alright,
after
what
you
are we
told
doing?
me them saying that Ebra was small star level, apparently.
No.
Oh gosh, no. Gosh, no, freaking. Oh, yeah. I
We
know.
see you, Digital.
Oh, anyway. But yeah. Yeah. I think with that said, we can easily transition over to match the beginning of Gigan month, which starts with match 364, Gigan versus Mechagodzilla Showa. Oh yeah. Hang on a second. Ooh. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Gigan vs. Mechagodzilla Showa, written by Connor Clennell and banner by me.
Pat yourself on the back, KaijuX,
Yeah.
for the 50th time in a row.
I'm the Obama meme.
Well, you got one of those two words right.
I started. Anyway, yeah, no, this one I remember like reading and then just kind of rereading recently for reviewing, but this one was this one's really good. Like, it's hard for me to really specify anything like that comes to mind at the moment. Like, it still follows these sort of semi expected, oh, it's Godzilla, intercept him. That's not Godzilla, sort of classic formula. And I think this was written back like good couple years ago. It's still good. It's still like a nice solid little spar. I will say, like, as the banner maker, I had a lot of fun making the banner for this one. It just exposing the Mechagodzilla parts, the blue atomic ray, since that was a thing in the match. I was like, oh yeah, it was like, I got it. No, I definitely had a ball making the banner for this one. The atomic ray though, I remember that one took me a minute. It was just like, how do I make this look good? How do I make this look great? There we go. I wish I could have done something more exciting for Gigan, but I didn't want to make it
Yeah, he
too...
does kind of look plastered on.
Right. He's a bit on the simple side. I wish I could have done more with them, but I also didn't want to make it too cluttered. Like, I wasn't sure exactly what to do next. I figured at least Mechagodzilla could carry, like, or the Mechagodzilla side of things, carry it. I'd say it does that. But yeah, no, like, the actual match, it's like, I mean, the unfortunate part is it's like nothing super specific comes to mind. It's just a good Connor Clennell match. I mean, it's really hard to really sort of go into specifics that come to mind, but it's just, yeah, no, it's an all right match that starts off the month, and we finally broke our 64 curse. An actual good match. What the heck? Compared to the other 64 matches. I'm sorry to clarify, before everyone gangs up on me for not being specific.
Matches that end with 64.
Yes, those ones. 64, 164, 264. Ah, finally 364. It's the start of Gigan month. It was meant to be broken. Next I did the curse is 64. But yeah. Alex, what'd you think of this one?
Either don't remember it or I haven't gotten a chance to reread it because of work.
Gotcha. Yep, that's fine. GVR, what'd you think of it?
On a technical level, it's fine, but just I couldn't get into it.
Okay.
It's just like it is so generic.
Yeah.
It's just here's alien invader on planet. Oh, it runs into another alien invader,
Right.
and then it's Godzilla, but it's actually Mechagodzilla.
Like the title didn't spoil.
Yeah,
Uh,
and I'm also just tired of it's a Showa Godzilla match, but it ends with Mechagodzilla just blowing the other monster away.
mhm.
Maybe this is just because I have Bakan versus Destroyer versus Showa Mechagodzilla fresh on my mind since it came out very recently before this.
Oh yeah.
I feel like Showa Mechagodzilla is just a bit overhyped in the KWC.
The man's got weapons. He's got plenty of them.
We do have a lot of matches with him.
That too.
That too. Well, yeah, and just we have so many matches, and it feels like all of them are just and then he blasts the monster away with a million weapons.
That's the fun part. It's funner when
Yeah,
someone
you
else
say the
loses.
curse is broken, but just I didn't care much for this match.
Okay, so it's half there for you. It's halfway,
Just because I feel like I've read this match before.
Oh, Mechagodzilla is like that Toy Story meme. I don't want to play with you anymore.
Yeah. This just feels like a match I've read before. Multiple times.
I wouldn't be surprised. It's it's probably why it doesn't stick with me as well as just because a lot of the parts that make up the match are still on the generic side, unfortunately. So it's
Yeah, no, like I said, on a technical level, it's fine, which is to be expected.
Technical level is fine. Oh yeah, no, on a technical level, there's definitely, but I would say at the very least, breaks the curse. But at the same time, its genericness also probably
Just takes more than technical level to make a good match,
Yeah, no, I get you.
Oh, hi, Birdman.
Maguma, oh yeah, Nagoda. When did Birdman get here? Okay.
Just now.
But yeah, Nagoda, what'd you think of the match?
This was a simple match. There was a little bit of characterization. Can you guys hear the dog when I talk?
No.
No.
Okay. There was a little bit of characterization for Gigan.
Now we can hear it. You keep talking.
Oh yeah.
It's fine. Everyone wants to hear the dog.
Noise.
It's fine. Nagoda?
Every time I talk, the dog tries to talk too. Sorry about that.
Oh my gosh.
So like I was saying, it's a bit of a simple match. Gigan gets a little bit of characterization. It says he's tired of being controlled by aliens and stuff, and he's still at least a little bit organic or something like that. And then the moment fake Godzilla is revealed to be Mechagodzilla, he just nopes out of there. He's like, this isn't the real Godzilla. I'm gonna go.
See ya. Peace.
The banner is okay. The fire's in a good enough spot. The atomic breath is nice, and I see it yellow. And it's purple. I just noticed.
I am probably one of us is color deficient, and I don't know who.
What is this, Zone Fighter Showa Godzilla?
Sure. Let's just do that.
Yeah, it looks a bit more purple than blue.
Yeah, it's definitely purple.
Well, I like the slightly darker blues that leads into purple, so whatever. Apparently Strip Matter's cat got curious. Cats and dogs everywhere. Uh, yeah. Wait, I'm gonna read a couple of the comments up in here. Maguma says, I think this match was okay. Nothing to really write home about, but I think it definitely serves its purpose and is a decent start to the Gigan month overall. Strip Matter says, I think the build-up to Mechagodzilla's reveal was done very well in this match. It kind of reminded me of a certain anime show I used to watch that did something like this. And then Nathaniel said, I already read this match on DA, nothing really to comment on. Seems like the usual Kaiju romp, but a fun match nonetheless. Loved Gigan and his backstory. Also loved the color of the atomic beam. 64? More like 64. Oh no, Birdman, you undid it. We're cursed again. And then Ultimate Ditto says, the match was fine.
I don't think we'll ever break it.
I guess we'll have to see until 464, right? I'll make sure to write that one, okay? I'll try and schedule it for that. Watch, it's going to be my average match, too. That's going to... That's what's going to happen, isn't it? If it isn't my magnum opus or anything less than that, it'll never truly be broken. Damn it. Birdman's typing, so gotta see if he's... Hey! Facts right there. Anyway. But yeah. What you thought? Do we have anything else? I guess there's really not too much else to elaborate on. Yes, Strip Matter, match 464. What a day that will be indeed. Oh! Yes! Since you were here, Birdman, please give us your trivia for this match and just... Because I know this is kind of an older one of yours, if I remember right. So, like, if you just remember anything from back then, by all means. We need the most top tier writers to get together for 464.
Oh, so another 275.
That's what it's gonna have to be. Overcompensate. Good grief. That's funny.
So who's gonna get to 400 first, us or Family Guy?
When's Family Guy supposed to hit the 400?
Let me check. I think they're closer, but we might beat them since they take their breaks like in the summer.
Ooh, yeah, no, that might be our chance to strike.
Okay, they would be on 385. And we're at 367.
Oh. I wrote this back when I had a grudge against Showa Mechagodzilla, as I felt the character was rather overhyped. Originally, Gigan was going to be the winner of the match, but as I was going though, I realized how petty it was to follow my personal bias to affect the story and decided to change the outcome, a decision I don't regret at all. And that's good. I'm kind of glad that I was like, No, I'm glad you kind of like prioritize sort of like representing the character better, as opposed to just letting bias dictate the win. And I think that's important. Like, not that they should always win all the time in that kind of situation. Like, I think, in my opinion, if you're gonna make it biased, you could have it be the end goal, but treat everyone else fairly, or as fair, like, treat everyone else fairly on the road there, if that makes sense.
Yep, you're definitely a better person than MM.
Yes.
If you're gonna make something biased, make it fun.
Yeah, exactly. Make it
You should have killed Showa Mechagodzilla.
the GBR of today would not have minded. Yeah, no, that's it. Like, good decision to make, all things considered, and I think the match works a lot better for it. Even if it is on the even if it is kind of on the generic, simpler side, it's better to be, better to be rational than like petty. That makes sense to me. But yeah, like, I guess beyond that piece of trivia, did we have any sort of like? I don't think we really have too much else to elaborate on. We're back. Anyway.
Nope.
So, yeah, we're gonna go into the next match of the Gigan month, which is Gigan versus Gamora. Written by Joshua Stripmatter. Wow, Stripmatter's really getting all the attention today. And
He's getting the Obama meme.
And banner by Tyler Treeshock. Hang on, let me shift over the. All right, there we go. Yeah, I keep.
You said that as soon as you said "Here we go" as soon as Birdman left. What did you do to him?
What did I do to him? No. But yeah. This one, again, really. Like, this one, I don't remember. Like, I remember reading it for sure, and I really enjoyed like dialogue. Like, I really enjoyed sort of like the not human, alien component to the match. So, sort of like, yeah, no, really enjoyed the alien component to it, and just like how, yeah, no, and the fighting was like, it was fun and on point. This is one I liked fine, but very. Yeah, no, like, yeah, I think the biggest highlight of this match, though, is sort of like the dialogue with the villains. I think that part is probably the area where it sticks to me most personally. So all around, though, it's like, I think this one's still pretty good match. Again, hard to say just because it does everything well. Like, I can't like nothing sticks out to me too much here, but at the same time, it's also functionally fine for what it does. So. But yeah. Alex, what'd you think of this one? Oh no, what if... Oh, Alex muted. GBR, what'd you think of this one?
It was okay. Not a lot to really say. It was a very simple, nice match. Like, both guys were written, enjoyed the alien aspect. Even if the alien aspect was a bit, like, generic, but that's probably just a symptom of the match's age.
Well, I don't think it was that old of a match. I don't think.
When I say generic, I just mean, like, again, it's nothing, like, new.
Okay, yeah. No, I get. Okay, gotcha.
Like, oh, you got a bunch of alien races together and they're all bickering.
We see kind of have seen that before. Premise. No, I gotcha.
I thought it was a bold move to make Gigan and Gamora a couple that do the nasty. I thought that was really weird, but it was executed kind of decently, so I'll give Strip Matter props for that.
It was done in the name of perfect peace, don't you know?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what the aliens try to justify it as when they decide to all watch in their living room.
Gosh.
Yeah, I can't really remember this one for the most part. and again, work kind of prevent me from reading this. Banner's pretty cool for the most part, kind of a neat style, but I think Gigan looks completely out of place.
Hmm.
You could clearly tell that's the game model compared to everything else, which has that distinct style to it, almost like it's a water painting, while Gigan's just again plastered on there.
I mean, Gigan, I think, is given that treatment too, but I still see what you
Not
mean,
to, yeah, yes, but they didn't like do it. Great, didn't like do it hard enough.
though. Right.
Yeah, it just looks out of place.
Mhm.
Funny how the banner so far is Gigan's the weakest aspect out of them.
Yeah. Rip. But yeah, yep. Dakota, what'd you think of it?
Simple match. The alien coalition thing. It's, we've seen it so much that it's gone so many times that you just don't really care for it anymore because they're always arguing. And then what else was there? I don't remember much of this match.
Mhm.
The banner is okay. Grayshaw's really getting into using the paint look filter for his stuff now. And I find it funny that with the placement of where what's his name? The Nebulan guy, the Nebulan leader.
Yeah.
Like that placement where he is, that little gap where there's no clouds makes it look like he has a beard.
Yeah, it does.
I can't unsee that now. He has a beard. He's trying to be Suda from Terror Mechagodzilla.
He was just jealous of his subordinates' mustache and beard that he wanted his own.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh my gosh. Now I've got a couple comments here. Maguma says, I think this matchup was actually pretty good. Banner's a little weird, but not bad. Nathaniel says, our favorite Mary Sue finally has enough of losing and nets a win. A nice bloody fight fitting of our favorite cyborg space chicken. I love the part where Gamora's severed tail shish kebabs Gigan. I can see that. Ditto says, the explosions around Gamora look like cherry blossoms. Thank you. Yeah, Strip Matter says, I wrote this match at a time where I was downright sick of Gamora losing, so I scanned through the roster and picked a random foe for Gamora and beat shit out.
Dude, why would you do that? Gomor has to keep losing. He's
You picked the monster that you picked Gigan for this?
You couldn't have picked
yeah,
Sanda.
man. Or Zilla. Or C-Rex. Or Cyber Godzilla.
List every.
I'm saying Gigan, he needs W's, man. He got some at least.
Spoilers, anyway. Nathaniel,
No one cares.
Nathaniel continues, in the part where Gigan still functions after his head got blown off a la Final Wars, forcing Gamora to finish him off with the signature zero shoot style, which is a sick finisher in my opinion.
Gigan has 19 losses.
Also, while I was overlooking the roster statistics, I didn't know Bakan's photo constantly rotated between his forms, so I got super surprised when I saw the Monkey God be switched to the Dragon God. Yes, that was actually a new inclusion we just included. So you're not going crazy for like seeing that just now. We just implemented that like the 28th. So basically, like, yeah, Strip Matter says, yeah, I was kind of hesitate for picking Gigan, but then just followed through with it anyway. But yeah, regarding that rotation thing, it is a fun little Easter egg that you can find in these combatant statistics. That's like if you go to Pecan and if you do a hard
Mm-hmm.
refresh, he'll rotate out his base image. So So you guys can have a lot of fun with that. The same also applies to the main banner now. Because if you're just seeing one, hard refresh on that front page, and then you can see switching between the two banners. And the hope is that like the more stuff we add, like more future banner stuff, you just like refresh and it'll rotate basically.
Genesis.
So
Come on, Genesis.
and then Bacon as the last comment says the banner for Gigan versus Mechagodzilla will be pretty lit. Thank you. Oh, that was the previous match. Say anything about this match.
If Bacon were here, he'd scream.
You scream. So yeah, no, that was a fun bit of discovering behind the scenes stuff with Pecan. But anyway. Oh, and Strip Matter also elaborates. Plus, I didn't have in mind that this match would end up in the Gigan theme month. Well, I mean, yeah. If I had SP Anger's ability seen in the future, I would have had Gigan shove a scythe off someone's ass something fierce. I mean, to be fair, like that's not your fault for not knowing that. The way we do Monster Months now is kind of based on what we have. Maybe with the occasional, like, newly constructed match to form from it. Because it's like before we tried.
No, KaijuX, we purposely chose to kill Kong like 7 times in his
very,
month.
very purposeful. Yes, we
Those were the only Kong matches we had.
Hey, you guys are making Gigan lose in his own special month. Why are you guys making him lose? I just want him to win his humiliation month.
We actually hate all kaiju.
Yeah. For example, I think the Godzilla franchise fucking sucks.
Gamora more like Gamora.
Bungo McBungalow is pretty awesome, though.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of Monster Months, whatever happened to Trial About Takeover? Probably not going to happen. And again,
Yeah, never gonna happen.
More than
They fell through. Still send Trilopod matches because we will upload them like regularly.
Yes.
But Trilopod Takeover is probably not happening.
yes. So it's like, yeah, no, please send over your Trilopod matches, but for now, that was kind of what I was going to go into of like, it's like, oh, my favorite monster's always losing in this dedicated month. Well, we pick out the match. We don't make matches where they lose. We just pick out pre-existing matches now because constructing new ones from scratch, unless we have a lot of time, that's just something you can't really force. It's better to just kind of let it flow naturally.
Also,
We're dying over here trying to write so many matches.
Yeah.
Also, put it this way. Would you guys rather have the majority of the matches where the star monster is better represented, but he loses the vast majority, or would you rather have that monster win the majority, but all those matches aren't really that good?
Yeah.
Personally, I'd rather go with the former.
Oh, totally.
That better represents the character, even if they lose.
Right. Yeah. No. Like the previous match too was just like Birdman wanted Gigan to win just because Mechagodzilla was overhyped, but he realized, hey, maybe being that biased or being that petty isn't the best way to go. So let's lead it to its logical conclusion. Just for the sake of the characters, and that match works really well for it. I think this one's fine too. Like the Gamora one is fine too, because it's like, because I think it's just the way that particular Gamora is like, he's super strong. Or at least the Ultra Galaxy interpretation, more than like, which is what the KWC uses, the Ultra Galaxy version. I think that is befitting of this particular match. I think it does make sense for the way he's sort of like, kind of the big badass of the bunch. That it makes sense. I'm not losing any sleep over the fact that Gigan lost this one. It's like, oh no, I can see Gamora winning this one.
I was just joking. I was like, why did you choose Gigan?
Strip Matter really be like, hey guys, sorry I'm late, I was doing stuff, and Maguma walks and says, I'm stuff, and Strip Matter goes, Maguma!
But yeah. That pretty much, I don't think there's too much else to really... Dakota gave us the... Oh, yeah, that's right, because I was reading all the comments. Yeah. So, I think that's kind of roughly it for, 365, I'd say. Right?
Yes.
We said more than we thought we would.
Surprisingly, yeah. I mean, better than not saying a lot. So, oh boy. Oh, look at this one. A match with a really long name.
And the start of the portion of Gigan month where this wasn't originally supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Same with the last one.
Yep. Two swapperoos, which I'm kind of glad because though there are two other matches that need more time to bake in the oven, if you will. So yeah. But yeah, this one, match 3's. Now let me actually change it over. That'd be nice. Right, KaijuX? Really? How? Okay, there we go. Alright. 366. Zone Fighter, Ultra 7, Godzilla Heisei, Chikiro, Gigan Showa, Zandora, Bemular, Gazora, Ganibus, and Kamibus versus Mecha King Ghidorah. That's a mouthful.
I feel like this one should have had a custom title because one, it's way too damn long, and two, it's blocking Gigan, the star of the month.
Yeah, it totally is. I was looking through the banner. It's like, where the heck is he? There he is.
Yeah, this one definitely needed a title instead.
Yes, a title along the top. I think that would have done this banner a lot of favors.
Because it did not need to block Gigan.
Right.
Mike Wazowski.
Hey guys, it's my month. Oh, I'm getting blocked in this banner, and it's the only one where I'm Showa. Oh, okay.
KWC confirmed to have an anti-Showa bias.
Yeah, guys, if you're gonna write Gigan, write him more Showa. I'm tired of seeing him as Millennium.
Oh man. But yeah, freaking. Oh gosh. Yeah. Written by Matthew Williams and Matthew Fries. We got the Matthew duo back on it again from the last hit, Orga in Hell. And banner by Tyler Treeshock. This is a sequel to a previous match that we had called, match 283. That was the one with Heisei King Ghidorah. I do know this one has a little bit of extra history to it. But yes. But yeah. Well, with all that said, though, this match itself, there are a lot of areas I feel mixed on with this one. I think the biggest problem I have with it is just some of the dialogue feels really clunky. I don't mind it, I'm not, totally against the match for having that kind of clunky dialogue, because it's, a lot of it does at least synchronize decently enough with its original material, where it's like, oh, the Futurians have no brains, or, the Garogas are complete idiots, which is befitting of their characterization, so, no qualms with that. But it's I think I just had some mixed elements of it to it. Some of the fighting's really good, and some others feel a bit rushed, and I know I had to significantly... I know in editing I had to, significantly touch it up a bit, just because it just felt off. So hopefully the final... so far it seems like the reaction, going through that editing made this more worthwhile, because it seems like it's garnered a positive reaction, so I'm okay, I guess I'm glad for that. But yeah, no, it's I think everything else is sort of the only thing I know for sure, history-wise, and I'm probably just going to jump into trivia right away because I can't, because it's I know this was meant to be a trilogy. 283 was the start. Then there was going to be another match with Zone Fighter versus Heisei Ghidorah as a separate match, and then this was going to be the finale. But unfortunately, though, the second match either never got made or was lost. And because of that...
No,
Or
Heisei King Ghidorah got retired.
oh yeah, yes, you're right. Heisei King Ghidorah got retired. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, Heisei Ghidorah, that was the point. Heisei Ghidorah got retired. So the follow up to this basically had to kind of consolidate both what Matthew Williams had in mind for that match, and just kind of cap it all off into one kind of big two-parter. And it's like, I think that part's fine enough as it is. It doesn't quite, at least for me, it doesn't quite stick with me as well as it should. There are a lot of really fun parts that I kind of enjoyed. Weirdly enough, one of the parts that sticks out to me is the part with the burning Gazora, unfreezes Godzilla. It's like, what a weird twist. I was like, okay. But I don't mind that too much. But I think one of the big things I do remember is obviously the times you guys use the other powers, I'm like, thank gosh someone's actually using the other powers. That felt really good. I think one of my big negatives, one of my actual big negatives is the fact that Ultra 7, unless Greyshot did something in post, this almost feels like Baragon in Match 56, where he still participates in the story, which is fine, but I'm not wholly sure if that should constitute as a win.
He fights Mega King Ghidorah.
He does? Okay. Greyshot must have edited that in post, because I do not remember him doing that.
Yeah, he shows up at the very end and helps fight Mega King Ghidorah. Did he?
Yeah, he shows up at the end.
Okay.
There's more of an ending thing.
Okay.
Something I find funny is that when Ghidorah was on fire, then realized Ghidorah was just standing there oh, we can't help him. We don't have water. Scratch his head with shovel hand.
Yeah, could have used some dirt. Oh well. Rip. And I think one of the other clunkier things I noticed while editing is that I kind of tell the difference between Williams and Freese's parts. It was Freese's parts are usually they're pretty easy to get through. I could kind of tell because I had to Control F replace Terror Beast with Terror Beast. So it's that's when I knew I was in a Matthew Freese portion of the match when I was editing this. I was like, oh, thank gosh. But the Matthew Williams portions felt very specific and very clunky in terms of how the dialogue and descriptions were all handled. And it was I definitely had to move it around and touch it, give it a nice polish. So but yeah, no, it's beyond that though, it's the story for the most part, it's I'm at least glad the 283 got a sequel and everything's concluded, and that Mecha King Ghidorah gets to use all those other powers that we gave him that no one else, I swear to gosh, that no one else has. Why? But yeah, no. But yeah, no, all around, yeah, no, I think I'm still a little mixed on it, but it's also fine enough as is. If I didn't think it was up to standard, I probably would have rejected it. So, but anyway, Alex, what'd you think of it?
I thought this was just okay. I think there was some standout moments. I really liked Zone Fighter and Ultra 7 interacting with Grogas. I thought those were my favorite bits. The Grogas freaking out and then hesitantly helping against Mecha King Ghidorah. I actually got a few chuckles out of that. Kind of made him slightly more competent than the show.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah, a lot of cool deaths in this. I think overall, I think the general story is pretty good. I think, yeah, like KaijuX, you said, is kind of clunky in some areas. I know BVR had to help edit quite a lot of it.
Yeah.
I bet that was a lot of fun to do.
Oh, so much fun.
Yeah, see, he's ecstatic. he was loving it. He had a good time. Yeah, surprisingly, Gigan didn't die. Jikuro actually got a win. Yeah, I was actually surprised some villains got a win instead of the three heroes. So that was a nice surprise. A surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. And yeah, you guys finally made Mecha King Ghidorah a threat. And
Yeah.
unlike the movie,
Yeah.
even though
Unlike
I
the
know he
movie.
wasn't, he was supposed to be the hero at that point, I think. I don't know, that movie doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, unlike the movie where he's just a straight downgrade from regular King Ghidorah.
It's because they shot that fight first. But yeah, very good. Yeah, no. Oh, God.
Yeah, pretty much all I have to say. Just some fun bits, but could better be worked on. Even though I know BBR gave it his all.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, GBR co-wrote this, so yes.
Yeah.
You literally just said that.
Yes, I did.
Did you forget my name?
GBR and Matthew Freese. Who?
Oh yeah, Ditto pointing this out. First time Zoffy was used.
Yes, I think it's the first appearance of Zoffy, just kind of on a general note. So.
Indeed.
But yeah, period. What you call it? GBR. Do you want to go first, or you want to let Nagota go?
I'll let Nagota go first.
Okay. Nagota, what do you think of it?
I actually didn't finish reading this match.
Oh my God.
I got like halfway through and then I got busy with college stuff, so yeah.
You made BVR cry.
As for the banner looks nice. I like how like each different section of like where King Ghidorah wings and like heads block shows like a different portion of the fight. From what I did read though, it's pretty fun. Like yeah, like Mecha King Ghidorah is actually being a threat for once, where he's like going around just killing everything, beating Godzilla and stuff. But I didn't. Still need to finish reading the match, so.
Yeah. Did you want to go GVR, or did you want me to read the comments that are scattered all throughout here? Oh. Wait, what? Why is... Okay. I guess that's just my cue to read comments first. Dr. You'll get a buff, Mike Wazowski. Bacon says, it's okay. Certain monsters didn't need to be here, and I could tell there was a lot of rewriting. I think the banner was the best part of the match, besides from GBR himself, of course. Cool that we got a Showa Giga match, even if it isn't the best. Ditto says, BBR being here felt odd. I don't know why. Oh, okay. Don't think they mentioned the Goroga captured BBR. But, it's because Spyler and War Gilgar had to be replaced. Okay. Nathaniel says, "Oh boy, this match. Where to begin? It was an absolute blast from beginning to end. I love Zone Fighter teaming up with Goroga. Got some brutal deaths like poor Kizora dying is what was likely the most horrible way to die. Bemilar getting his face blasted off. Not gonna lie, kind of fun to imagine. I got a good chuckle out of the part where the Goroga leader was freaking out when Zone Fighter and 7 teleported to the battle using their respective abilities. I love the part where he threatens that random nuke out of an airlock. He never knew he felt like Among Us. Also, never knew he liked Among Us. Also love the implications that the one reason MKG loses is because Gazor of all creatures. The weakest member of the roster is that quite possibly the sole reason Futurians lose. If it weren't for the cuttlefish, things might have ended differently. Naguba says, I actually remember reading what was supposed to be the 283 follow-up on DeviantArt. It was Zone Fighter vs. Heisei Ghidorah. I guess got changed with Heisei KG retired. Yes, unfortunately. Yeah, nothing to... Oh, chicken mashed potatoes. Okay, gotcha. So GBR's gonna have to type out his thoughts. While he does that, Greyshot magically appeared. Hello!
Hello. Yes. As I mentioned, I'm not sure what KaijuX did, but yes, I just got out of work. So, I do have to drive home.
Oh.
So, I'm not sure if that factored into your calculations.
No,
Um,
no, it did not.
But yeah, I assume you guys went over all the KWCs that were released.
We're getting there. We're on 366. We got one more to go after this, and then a KWCE after this.
Okay. I'll give my thoughts. 363 was the. Did we discuss that one, or is that the first one on the?
That's the first one on the list. So we're on
Okay.
366 right now. Speed round. Boom, boom, boom.
363 was good. I wasn't a big fan of how Ultima was used, mainly because I thought he was a bit. He very much felt like this is a person that kind of had a bias toward Ultima, because while I do like, Ultima, and I think, yes, he's a very powerful monster, I would say that his early forms aren't anything that impressive, at least not until you get to the third form. So, like, his lesser form, like, kicking beating a Titanosaurus who could easily thrash like Godzilla Showa, I thought was like, okay, that's a bit much. But well written. The banner I love. I think it's super unique and well done. So overall in the ratings, bias side, probably like an 8 out of 10. I thought it was really good. Gigan versus Mechagodzilla Showa. Good character piece for Gigan, trying to think he's like this top monster, but he's really not. And I thought Birdman did an excellent job, conveying that how quickly he folds under actual pressure. Mechagodzilla was also used well, with it primarily being a fake Godzilla versus Gigan match, more so than it is an actual Gigan versus Mechagodzilla match. Well written, pretty good. I'd say maybe 6.5, 7 out of 10. It doesn't do anything revolutionary, but I thought it was a good character piece on Gigan. Also, banner, good by Andrew. Gigan Millennium versus Gamora. This one is a bit wackier, and I think the banner by myself is an excellent example of I thought it was more 70s-ish in regards to its like action and like being a bit more zany, like a Showa episode or Showa story. The ending, I thought, paid homage to. I know it took a little bit of controversy. I honestly thought it was more so a reference to. What's it called? Ultraman Monster Battle, or what? That show that we get.
Ultra Galaxy.
Yeah. I thought it was a reference to that. In regards to like having Gigan, get his head taken off by. I thought it was an homage to like Ex Gamora in that regard.
EX Gamora. Oh, okay.
EX Gamora, yeah. I thought it was like paying homage to that. Otherwise, good match. Again, Joshua Stripmatter, great writer. So like the tease at the end with the Cryog, also pretty great. Cannot lie. But yeah, that is at least that was my note there.
All right, and now we're caught up to 366. So, what did you think of 366?
366. Honestly, I didn't like. I really enjoyed making the banner for this. Like the banner on this one was a ton of fun, but honestly, I wasn't the biggest fan of. I wasn't the biggest fan of this match. I thought it was good, but I thought it was a weaker element for Williams and Matthew Freese. Like they've done some great work. They've worked together a ton of times. I like Zone Fighters. Like the fights were solid. Like the introduction for all the monsters were good. Mechagodzilla didn't feel overpowered, even though this is a very long match. Like it didn't feel like he kept being. It didn't feel like it was like how could this X monster actually be in this fight? It was like, no, it's, I can see it. So the writing again was solid. I just kind of I kind of had to come back, like, unlike the other matches where I could read it in one go, this one I had to come back to a few times to like actually get through it all. So good. Though my favorite part is easily the banner. It's a style that I think I perfected with another banner, which won't be seen the light of day for a long time, but I really enjoyed making this, and it's definitely unique. So banner, slight bias, but I give it like a 8 out of 10. Match itself, maybe like a 6 out of 10. I think I liked it on par with the original. I thought the original took the premise of Ghidorah versus Terror Beasts, while this one was just a bit more muddled in the execution and whatnot. Yeah. Are we on to 367 now?
Well, GVR still has to give us like additional. Well, okay, hang on. Let me read GVR's thoughts on 367 because he's eating dinner. I'm proud of my contributions to this match. Glad MKG is such a genuine threat here, even if it might go a bit too far with sheer numbers. Happy with Zone Fighter and Ultra 7 were written, especially 7 infiltrating the Chariot ship and his conversation with them. Okay, yeah. Really hit them heads with the Iron Man 3 rating. Pain. To imagine, Ghidorah was the linchpin in all of this. But yeah, no, I think, okay, that aside, though, I think that was pretty much roughly everything that we covered for, 366. So you're kind of here, at least on time-ish. Oh. I read that. GVR, I already read that. Okay. Did no one hear me? Rip. But yeah.
Yeah, I actually like Bacon's assessment pretty well. It does feel like it does feel like a match that is a bit overly cluttered for what it is. And I think the benefit of the previous match is that you really got the sense of you really got the sense of the story. It was a more focused story than what we got here.
Yeah, I think part of that though is because Spiral and War Gilgar were retired, they had to be replaced with like Bemular, the Yogg trio. I think those were the two that kind of made up for their absence. So
sure, I understand why. I understand why. I can understand that. It still feels like, at least for me, it just felt like a bit like, oh god. Like it just felt like a lot.
Oh yeah, no, but I mean, on the big plus side though, it's like we get a lot of monsters. That means a lot of monsters get matches. So
true. The one thing I'm finding myself liking more and more in regards to a writing style, though, I used to be the opposite. I used to be like, yeah, have a bit more monsters. I've actually kind of, in regards to how I picture monsters or picture matches, is usually when a match focuses on one monster's perspective, even when it's a group fight, I appreciate it more. I think that's why I like I think a good example of this being done right is GVR and I'm blanking on the other person that made it, but maybe it was just it was the Red King match.
Yeah,
because it was
Bacon,
primarily spoken, like the parts where it just focused on Red King's perspective of the fight, even though he's fighting multiple monsters. I appreciate it because sometimes things get lost in the shuffle and whatnot. And what I like about that is by focusing it on the one monster, you have a steady frame of reference. And here, there's a lot of different references that are coming up that you're switching between. And if it was just from one perspective, more so, like if it was like Zone Fighter's perspective, Zone Fighter's like obviously a key player here, but if it was like Zone Fighter's perspective, as he saw the other monsters, I think it would ground this better. I think I would like this more.
I can see that. But yeah. But yeah, anyway. Oh, Bacon's here. Hello.
Baconator.
Hello?
Hello.
People exist?
Yes, there are actual humans here. It's hard to believe. But yeah, no, I've been reading all your wait, why are you server muted now? What the hell? Okay, there we go. Anyway. But yeah, no, I've been reading all your thoughts thus far, man, so you're pretty much like caught up, dude. So
My headphones really said if you plug in, you can't hear them.
wait.
Damn.
Damn.
I
Man,
just tried my computer, I guess.
yeah, no, I've been reading all I've read all your thoughts thus far, dude, so you're practically caught up.
Okay.
But so I mean, I guess we don't really have too much else to say with the 366, I assume. Not too much else.
Nope.
But yeah, I think with that said, we'll transition over from match 366 to the last match of the KWC. We got one KWCE to cover. That is, well, match 367, our most recent match, is Gigan versus the Attack Titan and Armor Titan, written by Chase Madsen and banner by Daozang Moa. This is also the other match that we had to as Alex had foretold, mentioned earlier, that we had to replace for another match. So yeah, no, Giga month was a little hectic.
Yep, the last minute edition.
Thank goodness. Oh boy.
It's okay. It was probably worth it. I haven't read it yet. I've been busy.
Damn. All right, at least I know who not to go to. But yeah, no. I really like this match. I think Gigan, this one definitely kind of doesn't have to, doesn't focus too much on the human perspective, which is perfectly fine in my book. I think it's fine when it's just sort of pure tooth claw fun Gigan stuff. I really enjoyed the battles Gigan has, the first fight with the Attack Titan, and sort of some parts of. I felt like the second fight with the Armor Titan was a little when Gigan fights the Attack Titan, it's really good. I feel like the Armor Titan portion's still fine, but it feels a little, I don't know, something about it just feels a little weaker compared to the Attack Titan stuff. And I will say probably the one part, my one little gripe with this match is probably just how Armor Titan's finished off. I was kind of expecting him to come back after the freaking the chest blade thing, the chest blade things, freaking nail them in the nape. I was like, that's a fun way to, I guess that's a fun way to finish him off, but it also feels a little anticlimactic. I was seriously expecting him to come back, maybe the human side's mangled or something. I don't know.
Yeah, those are basically my thoughts exactly as well.
But still, it's still a really enjoyable match. I did have a good time reading it, so it's like, hey, solid stuff. I will say, I like the banner from Nagoda. I know this one went through a good couple of revisions, but I think the final version we got is the best one. Especially the way Nagoda kind of maps on, that figure of Attack Titan is an anime figure, but it's mapped with the skin of the concept art. So it gives it that live action appearance that looks great. I'm like, yo, I really like that. So yeah, no, stellar work on that one, Nagoda. What a nice friggin' pool. So banner's pretty dope. And I'll read for GBR real quick. A solid first effort from a new writer. Writing was a bit clunky in spots, and I wish we had gotten perspective for the humans in this one. But again, new writer, first match from that new writer, and for a first match, pretty dang good. And I agree. So, Alex, what do you think of the match?
I thought it was pretty solid. I do completely agree with GBR. I really, since this is set in the Attack on Titan universe, I really wish we got more of that perspective, from the Scouts or the Garrison. Because there's this new threat to them, intergalactic. Heck, I don't even know if they have the words to describe what the hell Gigan is in their setting.
Yeah.
The fights were pretty good. Again, pretty much my thoughts echoed yours. It's Armored Titan was kind of lackluster for his defeat. Just the disc knocking him down, which I don't even think would be possible for that one.
Well,
Maybe for like the Attack Titan, but I don't really think for the Armored.
right. Live action Armored still had a vulnerable nape point because he actively still tried to defend it, whereas like the anime one is like pure raw. Like even that, in my opinion, that part's subjective, but still like yeah, like the anime one is like defended. That nape is protected versus like the live action one, which is still completely exposed. So it's like I could see where it's coming from, but I still yeah.
Yeah, but we could be a little loose on the interpretation.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. No, that's fine in my book. We have the concept art. It's fine.
Oh yeah, all in all, a pretty solid match from a new writer.
But yeah, let's see. But Gray Shot, what'd you think of it?
It is a new writer, so I will say that the writing was a bit on the weaker side. It wasn't like a terrible or bad KWC, but it was a bit on the weaker end for the writing. I didn't mind so much that the humans weren't the focus because again, this did feel like a Gigan match. Like this was Gigan going through the Attack on Titan world and from Gigan's perspective, which was kind of interesting. Again, I thought the fact that this focused on Gigan's character in regards to like truly his sadism, like how he just like how he takes apart the Attack Titan, disarms him, blasts his face, like he does. It truly is a sadist. there is no question there. It really kind of amplified that, like fake Godzilla versus Gigan amplified. What's it called? How that match specifically amplified Gigan's cowardice. So I thought that them focusing on this was understandable. Like the focus of this match isn't on like the focus of this match is on Gigan itself. And while there is notes of Eren and there are notes of like what the people are doing and stuff, I wasn't too mindful of it. More so what hit me was just how this was, the grammar and how this was put together. Again, not bad. It just wasn't compelling. This one for me was this one for me especially kind of reminded me of the previous match. And so that I had to go back and like read it a few times. So overall, I'd probably give it like if I wanted to say it was like an interesting idea. I like my favorite part is Gigan's character, but the fighting itself was a bit muddled. So I'd say probably like a high 5, it's like a low 6. Honestly, the banner itself is probably my favorite part. It's good. I think Nagoda does a great job, especially with like the background stuff. It really, I think Anthony put it best, is very dynamic in that regard. But yeah, I don't know. It's still, it still felt like it was. It needed probably just like one more touch up by the writer itself. Or again, this is the first entry, so we'll see. We'll have to see how they develop from here.
Mm-hmm.
But it was an interesting concept, and I like that instead of focusing on like a big story with the Attack Titans, it's just Gigan's perspective. It's literally an invader coming down, and it's like, oh crap, humanity's screwed.
Right.
Yeah, I good, but nothing great. Final review.
Yeah. Nagoda, what do you think of it?
I have not read this one yet. I've been busy this week.
No.
But the banner making was fun. Like, I had to make that Attack Titan figure look like the live action one from an anime Attack Titan figure.
Yeah, that was. I actually sent you that figure. That's my brother's figure.
Wait, really?
Yeah, Grayshot sent me a
Yeah.
picture of that figure and said, make this look like the live action one. That was fun to do.
Yeah, that's my brother's figure.
Huh.
Yeah, he made it for trying to think or he got it. I'm trying to think what I think he got it in Spain because he was stuck there for an extra week and he was just like, yeah, it wasn't anything like, it wasn't I'm blanking on the exact reason. Regardless, he ended up getting it, and I thought, oh my god! I saw the original, and the figure that they have for the Attack Titan model. I'm not sure if that's official, if it's fan made. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of terrible. So
it's fan made.
Yeah. So the Armor Titan works so much better, but the Armor Titan is just kind of meh. So I'm like, hey, I know this isn't from the movie, but let's be honest, let's just use this because it's better. And I passed it along to Nagoda, and Nagoda did something I didn't even think he could do, which is he added layers. I kind of wish I turned it like a little more to face Gigan. I wish I would have just turned it to make it like an angle, because I think he's a little small compared to Gigan, but
Well, he's
sizing and all that.
It's fine.
Yeah. But I wish I would have turned him slightly to the left, that way he's looking at Gigan. But otherwise, Nagoda did a 10 out of 10 job bringing him especially up into like the quote unquote shitty movie format in regards to how they textured all the characters. I mean, I don't mean shitty in regards to like Nagoda's work. I'm talking about that it's a weird texture they have for the films, you know?
Too much muscle.
Yeah.
It's a lot of like weird skin texture stuff. Yeah. But yeah. Let's see. Bacon. What'd you think of the match?
I didn't read it. I was busy with the other thing.
Yeah.
How many of us were busy this week?
I think most of us were.
Yeah.
GBR's comment.
Live action Armor Titan do be looking like Santa at the end of a crack bench.
Oh, it's an Oak Harbor resident.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna read a couple of the comments here. It's funny that at one point Armor Titan almost didn't make it into the KWC because at first the other two Titans' interest was kind of poor. Was that a thing we talked about? I can't remember.
I think it was just a matter of not having matches at the time.
Yeah. Now he's already got 4 matches. Hooray! Compared to some of the other monsters that debuted in 2020, he actually got it off pretty well. Poor Griffin beating McRip. Nice. And then that was from Naguma. Nathaniel says, nice fun match here. Love the part where Gigan grinds Attack Titan against the ground. Perfectly brutal for AOT. Not too bad for our new newest writer. So, yeah.
Again, this match is the best way to describe Gigan is maximum sadism. maximum I'm gonna have fun killing you. Does he do it well? No. But when he does it, there's a definite focus of the writer to like stress that like Aaron is not having a good time. The Armor Titan is not having a good time. Well, the Armor Titan dies kind of quick, so yeah, Gigan's having a great time.
But yeah, no, that's... Yeah, no, I don't think there's too much else. If violence does not work, use additional violence.
That's strategy.
But yeah, no, I don't think we have too much else to really elaborate on, and nothing much that I'm seeing here. So I think we'll go yay on over to the last sort of KWC. Like, this is it for the KWC stuff, and this is the last match of Gigan month. We will be resuming. We have a little something special coming up, April 9th, so keep an eye out for that. And yeah, well, and yeah, no, we're done with KWCs, but we got our one KWCE month to cover. Unfortunately, rather unfortunately, and rather predictably, I didn't read it.
I didn't read it.
I did not read it. And GVR can't talk, so is he just? Yeah, there he is. There's the goddammit.
Okay, so no one here read it.
Didn't it go
Is that
to
what
read?
I'm hearing? I go to you read it.
What is the match?
KWCE Gigan versus Rancor.
Oh, I saw it. Does that count? Do I get a point there?
No, you're
See.
banished.
Oh yeah, I read this one. Surprisingly.
Go to pulling. There we go. To go to champ.
Tell us your thoughts.
It was fun. Like Gigan just showed up in this whole new galaxy. Like, oh, I'm here now. Let's go kill everything. And then like they guide him to go fight a giant rancor. That's a fun fight because it's a big flesh monster against a giant thing covered in spikes and sights.
Boys.
Yeah. That's all I got to say.
Is anyone saying anything in the stream?
Yes. Joshua Strip Matter says he has read this match and he thought it was pretty good.
Boys.
Ditto says this match was epic. Gigan fits the Sith aesthetic. So, love the parallel between Gigan and Vader.
I started reading this, and I was unfortunately busy with you know what.
Even you didn't read it.
Oh, that's the fuck thing. I started reading it, actually sat down to read it, and then work, school, band, the thing that we were doing, and general life. I've been through hell the last couple of weeks.
According to GVR Bacon, you're fired.
I mean, I wish I was fired from life. Don't never take me alive, GVR. I did start actually reading it. What I read was pretty cool. I like that it's on Dathomir. That's sick as hell. I love that world. Love that it's an actual detail you used of Rancor writers on Dathomir. Let's see, I think that Gigan fits the overall like Star Wars aesthetic
Especially
as far as
Millennium one,
Godzilla
yeah.
Kaiju. Yeah, the Millennium one, it fits Star Wars' aesthetic a lot, so that was a pretty cool choice. While I haven't finished it, I did read part of it, so am I half fired? A third fired.
Fully fired.
Fuck you, bitch.
You at least have more points than Gray Shot. Before you get to that GBR, I just want to read more of the comments real quick. Nathaniel says, that poor Rancor, I feel so bad for him. He just died a horrific way, poor thing. That being said, I love the parallel with Gigan and Vader. That was fun. I got a good kick about that. And then Maguma says, oh, okay, he just hasn't read this one yet. So, yeah, by all means, spoilers ahead. GBR, go for it.
All right. So, I am proud of this match. I think I did a good job on it. This is one of those matches where, like, you think of a scene before you actually work on the whole match. Or, like, you think of a scene and you, like, reverse engineer it
Yeah.
to make a match. And for me, that scene was...
Special.
Yeah, for me, that scene was Sidious using Sith lightning on a kaiju.
Nice.
So I proceeded to come up with this whole thing of Gigan in the Star Wars universe, and Sidious wanting to capture him pretty much. Well, not quite capture him, but just like use him. And yeah, I used Bull Rancor just like to make it more of a fight. It's a bit hard to say because this isn't like a super long match.
Oh yeah, only 3,000 words. Look at that. Damn
Yeah.
it.
Whoa.
Oh well.
Yeah, I was happy to write a Star Wars match and have it be a match that like focuses on some more obscure stuff of Star Wars. I know Dathomir hasn't been in any of the movies.
Hell yeah. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
oh man, you just appealed to me right there. I know.
And
oh, go ahead.
oh, good. And I mean, Sidious and Vader are always good, except in Rise of Skywalker. So writing with them was great. I think I also went into this kind of like Gigan Millennium gets shit on too much, so I'm gonna give him a W.
Fair.
Fair.
Not being like biased or anything like against the Rancor, but just like I want to give Gigan a win, pop him up a bit.
Yep. Well, it's biased, but the other way now.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, because also I feel like a lot of people would have written Gigan versus Rancor and like had the Rancor pull out a win at the last second.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, I get it.
Like no, sometimes evil wins.
It's best to let evil win. What?
Adolf Hitler be like.
Nathaniel gives the match a 0 out of 10 because you didn't have the Emperor scream unlimited power while electrocuting Gigan.
Dang.
I can't believe GBR is unbased now.
I hadn't even watched a Star Wars movie for years when I wrote this match.
Bro.
Like I rewatched all the Star Wars movies recently, but like after I written this.
Right. Strip
Can't
Matter
wait
says
for you to write.
Oh, hang on.
Okay.
The fact that Strip Matter says the fact that this match doesn't have somehow Palpatine return, and it automatically puts it league above Rise of Skywalker.
Yes, because I am a competent person who knows how writing works.
I was gonna say, are you
True.
sure about that? But then I realized myself, and I'm like, oh, okay.
There you go, hit bacon.
I can't wait for you to write a Star Wars match after rewatching all the movies, and then you're gonna immediately shit on the Star Wars combatant anyway. I'm gonna write with Rancor again, but he just gets shit stomped by Godzilla Ultima.
I mean, I might write a sequel to this one. I don't know.
Ooh.
I'll either go with Harley's suggestion of like not a Star Wars monster, or I'll do Gigan versus the Zillow Beast.
Okay, that's based as hell. Do it now. I needed it yesterday.
Too bad. I have 100 other things to work on first.
Okay.
How many Strip Matter is asking how many Star Wars monsters are there that we could put into the KWC?
I know we have like 3, maybe 4,
We have the Rancor, the Zillow Beast,
Yeah.
and the Crate Dragon.
and the crate. That I think that's it.
You mean the worm?
Dragon.
That's the Sarlacc.
No. Oh.
You've seen the worm from episode 5?
Yeah. Yeah, the one that almost. Yeah, the one that almost eats Han Solo and Leia and all that.
I don't think it does anything else, and even in Legends, I think it just kind of hides in a hole.
Yeah, I don't think that'll work.
Touche.
Yeah, are those called like Exogorths? But yeah, no, like I think the 3 we have are good. Because like Exogorths and Sarlaccs both just sort of sit in holes and don't actively engage in combat.
Yeah.
Unless we want to add that big thing from Solo, but that doesn't do anything except chase a spaceship and then die.
Well, yeah, but Strip Matter though, it's like you're kind of reiterating the question of like that we could put into the KWC, which the answer is probably not a lot. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm being like. There's not a lot to like go with.
because most of them tend to be either much smaller creatures or they're just like not too distinguished from literally everything else the KWC has. So it's like literally, I think
It's just a matter of like most Star Wars giant monsters don't do a lot.
yeah. they're not like too insane. They're pretty animalistic.
We could add that, like, the one from Unleashed 2, the fourth Unleashed 2.
Oh,
The one that's like-
fucking gladiator thing.
Yeah.
Wait, isn't that? Correct me if I'm wrong, Alex. Isn't that the same species as that fucking monster from the Ewok movies?
You're gonna have to show me a picture of that, because
Okay, hold on.
you know I black everything out from the Force Unleashed games.
Here. First, I'm going to.
Oh, Ditto posits the Sandowako monster. That's possible.
That looks spiffy.
Man, I didn't know Yoda.
No, that doesn't
wrong.
look like the same thing as the Ewok movies.
Yeah, I don't think that Gorax is the same thing. This thing's so ugly.
Yeah, that's fucking ugly.
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
god, I'm deleting that. Yeah, that's fucking ugly, dude.
I can't believe you deleted the photo of Donald Trump.
Yeah, no one should look at it.
You're right.
Go for the audience, look up Gorax. Star Wars, just to see Sasquatch's brother.
Gorax, not Lorax, okay?
Gorax is if a gremlin did crack and then proceeded to have an offspring with Bigfoot.
Pretty much, yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Yeah, the Gorog and the Sandowako monster are the only things I can think of. Because, yeah, those are both kaiju that actually, like, do something. Because, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
That's it.
Gorax is canon.
yeah, I know.
But it's not a kaiju. I don't care.
What do you mean? Gigantic. Big
Oh.
bitch. Yeah, he's a
Yeah, that
boy.
thing's canon again. Great.
I'll think about it, but, like, probably not.
You're like, I don't want to deal with Bigfoot.
That's pretty good. Ooh, stormtrooper heads.
Walks be like,
We need to
But,
put more Lord of the Rings monsters, apparently. I don't know. That's up to you guys.
this is the podcast, not the request one. No, I'm joking.
I mean, I guess there's a few. We're not adding Ankylodon.
What the fuck is Ankylodon?
That's what I
He's
was-
a dragon. He's a dragon from the Similarian that the internet proclaims to be like the size of a mountain because of the one paragraph he's in where he falls and crushes the mountains.
Oh.
Oh,
So
I know which one you're talking about.
I guess there's some stuff from Lord of the Rings. I don't know. I guess like a Balrog.
Yeah, no, that's what the strip matter pointed out. It's like the Balrog. I was like,
We're not adding cave trolls.
Bacon, the picture you posted of that thing looks like it'd be one of the Scooby-Doo villains that you just pull the mask off of.
it does, yeah.
Which movies were never made?
Dang.
Wait, GD,
Yeah,
you said no to the trolls. We can't have Tom the Troll in a KWC.
Gosh,
Yeah. Oh, and that's what I was thinking of. Like Glowrung. I might consider him because he does stuff in the novels.
Hulk is a tiny bitch.
Yeah, that's the whole point. Is that
And
That's
that was
also-
it for KWCE stuff, right?
yes. Yeah, no, I don't have anything else to say.
Okay. No major announcements or anything other than anime.
Oh yeah, that's still going on. May submit your matches.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, sorry, that is a good point. That thing.
Oh, that's spiffy.
Interesting.
But yeah.
Well, at least with the KWC, we don't have any major announcements as recently. I think there's a post that we're going to be having eventually, but I just need to get that timed. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it.
But yeah. Yeah, no, like it's nothing too crazy on the KDBC side of the spectrum, eh? Oh, Maguma apparently doesn't know about it. Yeah, no, anime is like it's gonna be a KDBCE month for like what animated characters, basically.
Oh, anime.
Anime, okay,
Yeah.
anime characters.
Yeah, we have enough to do the month as is, but like obviously still send in something if you got it.
Yeah,
Because like it'd be
for
good.
Mhm.
We like having variety. We like having things to choose from.
Yes.
No.
I like having things.
Yeah, no, just anime. Any anime combatant.
Yep.
We got a good number of them.
So yeah, no, yeah, submissions are open at this time. So
Yeah, we said something about it on the forums, but that was like a few months ago.
yeah, but good to get caught up with that time. So
Yeah.
but yeah, yeah, no, I don't think we have too much else to really go over or elaborate on. We obviously have stuff like coming in the future, stuff in the works. Oh boy, we are. Oh boy, are we ever busy?
Stay tuned.
Yeah, some stuff might have changed behind the scenes in Gigan Month, but hopefully we can get that great content out sooner rather than later. In the meantime, the schedule will be returning to the normal KWC schedule for the following month with matches on the 10th, 20th, and 30th. So keep an eye out for those dates. They should hold some good stuff.
Wait, isn't there something on the 9th?
Yeah, it was already
Okay.
announced.
I mean, okay, you can just say it now. You could spoil it. You could
was
ruin
already
the surprise.
I had
Someone already
mentioned
said
it.
it.
I
Wow.
didn't mention it by name of what it is. I just said keep an eye out for the 9th.
Wow, way to ruin everyone. Everyone, party pooper, great.
Party pooper, shut the fuck up.
Wow, sorry, I just make a note sometimes, you want to hold up for a surprise, okay. Keep it out on the 9th. And remember, if you are disappointed, that's not a surprise. Blame KaijuX.
Well, it's something to give them anticipation to. It's like, oh, what's on the 9th? What's on the 9th? I didn't say anything else. So let the smart people out there put 2 and 2 together. They'll, yeah.
How would they know? We don't give them puzzle pieces. It's like, let the smart people decide. How would the smart people know? They have no clues.
Everything is in front of you if you look for it. That's the cryptic hint.
I would disagree with this assessment, but all right.
All right. But yeah, no, but that's it. Yep. No, see you guys next month. Hopefully sometime after the 15th, I want to say. After the 15th of April, we'll probably do another live stream. I'm not exactly sure when. Usually it's never... Like,
you'll know it when you see it.
You know it when you see it, yeah. Out of nowhere, KWCC. So... But yeah, no, you guys you'll see what it is on the 9th when it rolls around. You can't miss it. So won't say any more than that though. Anyway, until then, see you guys for the next KWCC. Oh man, this was a lot to cover. Jeez Louise. But yeah. Anyway, see you guys later. Everyone say bye.
Wait, there's someone here named Everyone? Later, guys.
Everyone that's in all the
You're
everyone.
mad funny.
Yeah, I mean, KaijuX added them earlier, so like.
Rip.
Well, touche.